How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Silica video. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the pretty much updated roadmap from Dram himself over on the Bohemian Interactive page on YouTube. We have got pretty much the whole roadmap, bar a few little tweaks and a little bit of stuff being added, but it's the main meat of what's happening up to 1.0. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to stay up to date with more Silica and other strategy games as well. And also Shoutcast for Battlefield, which will be upcoming soon. Anyway, without further ado, we're actually going to watch through it, and I'm going to be pausing it from time to time as well. And I'm going to be just giving my thoughts. And we're also, if you guys are in chat now at the moment want to discuss anything, ask the question and I'll try and answer it, or discuss anything with myself. And also, if you put any questions down below in the comment section, I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. But we are going to be discussing all of the roadmaps. All of the roadmaps. I don't see him. Hello, hello, hello. So, we're going to start off the video now. We're going to actually get through the first part of this roadmap. Let's see what Dram has in store for us.
Hello everyone. I'd like to start off by wishing you all a happy new year for 2024. And also, I would like to thank you all for your constant support.
Can I just say, what a majestic beard. You better keep it anyway.
During 2023, since the game's release, especially all the active members of the community. Thank you so much. So let's do a quick recap of 2023 and what was achieved
Monument Valley?
in that year.
Oh, okay. So guys, if you don't know what that is, so I actually seen Dram use this firsthand. When I was talking to him one time on Discord. He may correct me on this, but I remember seeing him showing me something like this beforehand when he was trying to figure out AI movement and the way they would path around certain objects, for example, like the pillars of Monument Valley and also buildings. And this blue basically shows where AI were likely to path their way around. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's kind of like the texture map, as it's called. And basically, I found that the AI were running through rocks and cliff edges on Monument Valley, especially. So, so Dram had to literally go into this and tweak all of the travel of the AI and making sure that they're not traveling through surfaces. So it was quite interesting to see. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
Yeah. Starting off with the first update, focusing on the various pain points mentioned by the community. For example, performance, as well as various pathfinding issues regarding the harvester, and various other fixes.
The reason why I'm quiet is 0.7.2 and 0.7.19. Just give me a second. That doesn't seem right. Now, I should have access to the original build is 0.7.
And improvements that we just generally needed at the time.
Why have I got a feeling that could possibly be a typo? I'd have to ask Dram whether that is correct, because that seems, if it's 0.7.2, it could possibly be 0.7.02 maybe. And then, yeah, it's a very long time ago, and basically this will turn into 0.7.20, which would make more sense. It's probably just me thinking about numerals.
Base defenses in the form of outposts and turrets, leading up to the introduction of the air units. This transformed the battlefield from ground only to ground and air. After that, the focus shifted to various balancing and gameplay tweaks, including the addition of a unit cap, as well as the introduction of various units that you start off with in later stages of the game. Lastly, we introduced dedicated server support, which allows server hosting without the performance impact of rendering and so on. This means the experience is overall much smoother compared to when players host it themselves. Overall, 2023 was quite a wild ride. So, let's have a look at what's coming in 2024.
Okay. Just to cap off on that as well, because now we've got to the end of 2023's stuff that Dram's been doing. I can turn the video up. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course I can, Havoc. Yeah, so, hold on, that's the wrong one. It would be my main PC. So, from the moment the game released back in May, I think it was the start of May, wasn't it? how far has Silica come along? I mean, we've gone from quite a like grounded, basic RTS, FPS. There was no defenses. Harvesters was a bit off on one to start with. Let's be honest. They were driving into things, driving around things, hitting each other. You know, that sort of thing. Also, with like, I know the AI are being worked on at the moment, but they have been slightly improved with that pathfinding, as I said just a minute ago, with their way they're walking through rocks and stuff. That's all been changed as well. The harvesters were a total pain in the rear to start with. They had no defenses. Remember, harvesters were 0 defenses. There were no guns on it. And also, my harvester video, by the way, where I literally took a harvester, drove into the alien base, killed it instantly. Harvesters now being less offensive in that manner as well. There's been loads of changes, like with the balance of the game as time's gone on. No outposts, no turrets yet. No air, 0 air, 0 AA. Look, the AA was like a later addition into the air units. No, it was the same day actually. It was a later addition into the defensive structures. There we go. Also, when we get into it in a minute, I'm pretty hyped for what's coming. So we'll leave it there. I mean, there are fixes, dedicated servers as well, which is helping with frames per second during gameplay as well. Yes, they've been a bit rocky, but they are being worked on, and things are looking good. Different build order as well of economics, armor and stuff.
The current pain points that have been mentioned in reviews as well as in the community are performance, AI, and balancing.
Right, so this is what I was saying. See these blue lines? I'm pretty sure this is what the AI sees through their scope. So they would path, for example, leaving the factory, they would just path this way. So they, for example, wouldn't go this way if they were ordered to. It would stop them from doing that and getting stuck. So this is kind of like where they would go. This is actually all blue. It doesn't look it, because this map seems to be on a singular level, and this seems to be a risen sand dune. So the AI would go over the top of this, right? Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure this is the texture map showing how AI and where AI can move on the ground.
These will be addressed throughout the entirety of 2024. The original planned release date of Silica 1.0 was for May 2024, this year. However, we've decided to move it back to Q4 2024 to ensure a smooth experience for all. The beginning of the year will be especially...
Sorry, just to clarify on that as well, when Dram mentioned the release date to me, he did say it kind of around October of this year, 2024. So if you kind of want a estimate date, October is the estimate. So when he says Q4, okay, yeah, we've got November, December as well ahead of that, which could possibly still be on the cards, but Dram's aiming for October if he can.
Busy with the following list of features due for release in Q1 2024. The Alien Queen as the main unit of the aliens. The Hoverbike.
Okay, sorry, I'm pausing it, but I want to give... He mentioned the Alien Queen. I want to give some extra on top of the Alien Queen. So if you don't know what the Alien Queen is meant to be doing, for example, when you play as the aliens as the commander now, your main structure that gets defeated is your nest. So if your nest goes down, it's GG's, right, for the aliens. The aliens literally just stop. I mean, the AI aliens would still carry on doing what they're doing, etc., etc. However, if the nest, any of the nest, all of the nests are gone, the aliens stop. Now, this is meant to introduce the Queen, which is your commander. So, let's take into aspects, just for the sake of it, Supreme Commander, for example, right? So, Supreme Commander, you have your commander unit. Your base gets blown up. If your commander's still alive, you're still alive in the game, and you can still go and build. So, the Queen will be that unit, basically. Now, the Queen will dock with the nest and utilize the nest in that regard. You can actually see it in game now if you spawn in the Queen and spawn in the nest. If you click on the nest, if you enter the nest, it will actually say nest here, and you can actually nest in, but it's bugged because it's not actually in the game yet. So the Queen is kind of like what your nest is now. So if your Queen dies, you lose. And I assume when you leave your nest as the Queen, you can no longer command until you redock yourself with another nest. So, for example, you won't be able to go into bird's eye view, high orbit strategy gameplay. You would be in first person until you dock with a nest. That's what I would assume the Queen will work like. Until Dram tells me otherwise, that's what I pretty much think. That's what the Queen's going to be doing. Whether or not she'll have special abilities while she's on the ground is another question. Just wondering if there are any news on Silica. Wow, you're about to see it now, Siren, so welcome. The Queen will also be able to travel underground towards another nest. Okay, so if she can go underground, that'd be pretty cool as well. That'll mean she's a lot more protected. I wonder if that'll be time gated though. For example, she can only travel around underground to another nest if there's 2 nests connecting, or for like 30 seconds at a time before she has to resurface and recharge her ability to go underground. Because I feel like if she can just go underground, it kind of defeats the objective of having a Queen, right? Because if you can't harm the Queen, what's the point in having a Queen? You might as well just keep the nests. So I'll like I said, I'll speak to Dram about all of this, and if he comes back on Silica Sundays, these are questions to be asked, just for balance purposes. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to move on to the Hoverbike now, which I'm super excited for because I love running people over, as you guys know.
For quick transportation without using teleportation.
Okay, so guys, if you like I said, I'm in the description below when I upload this as a video. I will put the link to this Bohemia video, so if you want to watch it uninterrupted, then you can go and watch it before you come back and watch me as I pause and play and and discuss things. How you doing, Chiron? How you doing, GG? By the way, so the Hoverbike. Just to put this out here now, what you see now on screen, there is no pilot, right? I think Dram's going to work the pilot into this, so it'll look a lot better when it comes out. And I believe there's going to be a lot more done to it in form of its handling and such. But it looks really fun. It looks really good. The Hoverbike is meant to be a free spawn-in for every player at a certain tech level, I believe. I don't think you get at tech 0 because that would be broken. However, if it gets blown up, there is a cooldown. And then teleports, how teleportation will work is, for example, peer-to-peer, so building to building. So, for example, if you've got a outpost at the front line and you go from your HQ to the outpost, you can do that. HQ to barracks, etc., etc. Not sure if factories will get it, but we'll see if factories will get it. But the Hoverbike is going to be a great bit of fun. And also, it will change the human meta up quite a bit, because at the moment, the goal of the humans at the start of any strategy game is to get behind the enemy lines and get your guys to teleport over with heavies or whatever their highest tech infantry is at the moment, which can quickly end a game, or it can really hamper the opponent, especially if you like tech snipe or HQ snipe. It could be quite rough in that regards, which every game, whether it's competitive, casual, or whatnot, strategy, FPS, all has those type of things once in their lifetime. It's just something that gets worked around eventually, which Dram is planned to do. So the Hoverbike, I cannot wait for it to come out, and I'm glad it's going to be in Q1 along with the Alien Queen. We're going to see some good stuff. I cannot wait.
A rework of respawn mechanics, capture points such as.
Now, I've never heard of Dram about the respawn mechanic changes, so we're gonna have to wait to see what that is. Capture points, however, for example, like bunkers. So we already got bunkers which are capturable. However, I'm not gonna say anything in regards to anything else because I was told not to say anything. So just coming off of capture points, if they're like neutral capture objectives or whatnot that Dram wants to put in, that'd be cool.
Bunkers and other points of interest.
Yes, other points of interest.
VoIP, including proximity chat.
Okay. So AI collision avoidance is something Dram's working on at the moment. As you guys know, especially the harvesters, they don't have any avoidance whatsoever, so they drive into anything. So if you're in the harvester's way, you better get out of the way, else he's going to run you over. Same goes for harvester v harvester as well. Many times I've come around harvesters having a dung beetle fight over the Bolterium. That'd be great to see that stopped. Yeah, that'd be great to see that stopped. VoIP, by the way. Oh, my camera. How you doing, Sarni? VoIP is going to be insane. Can you just imagine me as the hunter running up to someone? You can hear them screaming, saying, Lycan, please no, don't whip me with your sausage meat. Don't take that out of context. But the hunter's called the sausage to me, okay? It's going to be great. We're going to be able to chat to each other and gonna be able to really really mug each other off whilst we're playing. Even the aliens are gonna be like chatting so much crap towards harvesters as they're driving around, you know, just like, I'm biting, I'm in your bum, you know, biting you. What are you gonna do about it, you know? Things like that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh man, nah, Dram's gotta add it, because you can imagine a crab rolls up, right? Digs underground and starts chatting to you, you know? That'd be great. Imagine it. Chatting crap to you. You can't get me. I'm just a crab. What are you doing? Silly humans. So, we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. The only issue with VoIP, of course, is, especially for like someone like me that streams, it'll be unregulated. So if there's a way I can say mute individuals, or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll discuss it with Dram about VoIP. But I want to use it to its fullest extent. It's just I don't want other players to ruin it, you know. But we'll see. I mean, VoIP is a dangerous system after all, but it's also probably the best system that could come to the game. In form of just communication with either each other in-game or with the enemy.
The second quarter of 2024 will focus on quality of life improvements, with the following features being added. RTS improvements.
Okay, someone was asking about Commander AI. So, Chiron, it is coming. Quarter 2.
Such as attack move and so on. A rework of the UI to improve usability. A multiplayer matchmaking system based on skill and rank. New maps featuring additional biomes.
Okay, so we're just going to rewind that to this here. So, RTS improvements, as he was saying, the AI being improved, the UI being improved, multiplayer matchmaking and ranked added. Also, new maps. Now, new maps, we've got more Bolterus. There is a planned Soul map, so on Earth. That's planned. And also, one of the ice moons of the gas giant surrounding Bolterus. So, Bolterus is also a moon of the gas giant. An ice planet map as well, which is going to be interesting. So far. That's what I've heard so far.
The third quarter of 2024 will see a focus shift towards full release of the game. Work on full localization will commence. Save and continue will be added as a feature. The addition of tutorials will make it easier for new players to get into the game. For strategy, customization of infantry loadout is also planned.
Okay, so localization is always good. Is always good to have. Very, very, very needed feature for pretty much any game out there. Progress saving for single player. Excuse me. I'm not sure if it's going to be on multiplayer games where you can just quit and come back with your friends. Maybe. I have to ask Dram about it. I wouldn't see there would be an issue with that, because you can do it in most multiplayer games anyway. For example, like I was playing yesterday, Stellaris, you're able to save your multiplayer experience. And, yeah. And you're able to go back to it. Let me know if he needs Italian localization. Yeah, I mean, we'll ask Dram. He probably does need help with localization. So any of you guys that speak other languages, apart from English, get hold of Dram if you're in the Discord. See if he needs help with certain languages, because I reckon he'll be after that, and it'll be very, very helpful to him. Yeah, make sure, Yeah, so like help him with Spanish, help him with Italian, German, Russian, whatever. Because I know there's quite a few Russians that play as well. So, yeah, anyone that speaks any of the other languages of the world, don't forget to help Dram with that also. Player onboarding. So we're gonna have like tutorial systems. I'm pretty sure I'll try and create some videos as well to assist Dram in such with tutorials and whatnot. So I'll try and see if Dram wants some assistance in that regard, because I have done a few tutorials, but this is going to be more approaching 1.0 because the game will be more complete. So I'd make actual edited tutorials instead of just talking head videos and whatnot, because the game changes at a phenomenal pace. Custom infantry loadouts. Hey, here we go. So I don't think he goes much into this. Let's just quickly have a look. Okay, so he doesn't go much into it. I would assume that means you can actually pick your weapon. I know you can also buy your weapon from the barracks. I don't know if that's what he means by it, but I'm pretty sure like the pistol is in the game, because we see it in the asset test map. There's also a sword. I've known Dram kind of doesn't want a sword, so we'll see. I always think having a sword might be quite funny, especially if there's VoIP in the game. Run at each other with blades. Hand-to-hand combat with the crab, you know. Why not? Hand-to-hand combat with the hunter. Yes, please. But yeah, seeing infantry loadouts would be great. If we can get some more weapons, if Dram's able to put in more weapons, I know there'll be different weapons. Don't forget we've got the Saboteur as well, which hasn't been mentioned. The Saboteur and other new units to be added as well, including Centauri. We will see something to do with Soul in a minute, but Centauri and super weapons for both factions, human factions, and also the Titan for the aliens. So there are going to be more things added, which are not in this roadmap. But this is kind of like a short rundown of what's coming.
Quarter leading up to release will focus on features related to modding and polish. General quality of life improvements, such as win-lose screens, will be added. The distinction...
Okay, now the reason I paused there, because this is the Soul Refinery. This is the Soul Refinery. So yeah, general quality of life improvements leading up to 1.0. Distinction between factions, so Soul with their buildings, because currently we're using Centauri buildings, and also we're using part Soul units, part Centauri units, so they will become distinctly different. So yeah, this is what Blightman and Springbok are working on. They are working on the Soul structures, and you currently see Soul are going for more of a monolithic approach. So they're very much, for example, you look at the pyramids, right? They're very much monolithic in that approach. So you're going to be seeing buildings with obelisks, and you know, I'm not saying like not obelisks, yeah, from Command and Conquer, but I'm saying like very, very like squared off buildings, yeah, very much like artificial manufacturing buildings rather than like tented, slapped together. Like for example, the HQ for Centauri is pretty much a rock that's had a building built into it. Soul's buildings are going to be very much monolithic, so you can see it here with the whole pyramid-esque look to it. And I kind of like this on the Refinery, by the way. It gives me very big vibes of Tiberian Sun. I don't know why, it just gives me that feel. It's probably because the Tiberian Sun Refinery is also this shape. So
between Soul and Centauri, including units and structures.
So actually, just coming off that as well, if we cut the bottom off and just have a look at this, is this not the Tiberian Sun Refinery? Is this? Come on, can we just have a look at it quickly? Tiberian Sun Refinery. Don't show me weird images. Oh God. How you doing, John? Okay, it's not the same, but it looks similar with the top end here anyway. I think it's very much inspired, you know. Very, very inspired. Very, very inspired. You only will see one. I mean, if you cut, oh, I can't really do it because my hands here. If you cut this off, so the docking sector of the refinery, this part of the monolithic structure, and just leave this top end, right? It just gives me big Tiberian vibes, you know? Anyway.
Structures will be added in this quarter. An editor-like sand...
Okay. This building... There's a symbol there. I don't think you guys can see it. That is a symbol up here. That is the headquarters, if that's a symbol. I think that's a Soul symbol right there. It's very much... Ooh, hold on. That's a hell of a lot better. Why didn't I do that to begin with? It's putting someone full screen. There is a... Yeah, there's a symbol there. This is the headquarters. So the headquarters is pretty much complete. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying again. This is very monolithic. As you can see, everything's very much... Yeah, the Soul symbol's there as well, by the way. You can see the identical symbol. So this is the Seoul HQ. So there you go, guys, and it looks very much complete. And I believe we've seen some interior work as well. I believe they come out in Q4 mainly, GGs, because there are a lot of buildings to do, including any new ones as well. Because Dram's not doing these buildings, right? He's got a team to do them instead.
The box game mode will be implemented to allow for playing around with what the game has to offer. Existing game modes will be finalized and polished. So that's the roadmap for this year. I'd once again...
Existing game modes will be finalized and polished. So the poll that was released last week in regards to the change to the game mode, I believe that's going to go ahead. So we're actually going to have a freighter that picks up Bolterium and such, which is going to be a very big change. And any other game modes to be added? Got to think about that as well, because they're currently Prospector, Strategy, and Deathmatch. You never know, there could be more.
I'd like to tremendously thank you all for your support, and I hope 1.0 meets your expectations. There's a lot to look forward to, and please take care.
Dram's hell.
So, see you on Bolterus.
Oh yeah, mod support. Yeah, we're going to have mod support, by the way. He did mention it. I failed to mention it just a second ago. There will be mod support pre 1.0. We've also got editor-like sandbox modes as well. So editor-like sandbox modes would basically give you guys, with the vanilla-based game as well as the modded versions, assume as well, freedom to do whatever you want. I don't think editing maps will be a function. That'll be strictly to modding. But being able to like move things around and create your own stuff and make your own like modes and such. That'd be pretty cool, right?
Will be finalized and polished. So that's the roadmap for this year. I'd once again like to tremendously thank you all for your support, and I hope 1.0 meets your expectations. There's a lot to look forward to, and please take care. So, see you on Bolterus.
Can I just say, what a glorious beard that man's got. What a glorious beard. Dram is joining the beards. We love to see it. We love to see it. So guys, anyone in chat want to let me know what you thought before we end the video? I would have you guys up here above me, but I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and it's against TOS on Twitch to have your chat here. Me and Dram have the sexiest beards around. Well, thank you, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, anything do you think we've missed? GG's like, see you in 2025 then. Alright, bye GG, see you next year. Now, I'll see you Sunday, GG, you know that. You always come play. Chiron is super hyped. I mean, I'm super hyped. I'm glad to see the Queen is finally coming, along with the Hoverbike. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Now, we are actually going to go have a look at the patch notes as well. While we're here. Are they uploaded to... No, they're not. Okay. So they're not actually on the site just yet. Are they here? Here we go. Latest changelog. It might have been the latest changelog. We'll look here anyway. Okay, so... Yeah, Hoverbike will definitely make the early game so much better. Rushing from the human side of thing will be slowed down a lot. Unless you guys want to jump on my light quad and we'll go find them, then that's fine. I mean, that's just natural, right? Didn't mention, actually, he didn't mention when the dropship and also the arm transport are going to be available. I would assume this will be along with Hoverbike and Alien Queen, if not just after. So, yeah, there are loads of stuff that we're actually currently missing that should be coming very, very soon as well. We've got the transports as well, which again, if teleportation goes out the window, the dropship and the armed transport will actually become viable automatically. Especially the transport. the flying one, the dropship. It becomes very viable very quickly. Because if you've blown up your hoverbike, you're on cooldown, just go take a dropship. So, let's have a look. Everything we've covered already today. However, this is the now patch. So serverless now uses the user info from the game server's APIs rather than the lobby. Okay. FPS console command to get current FPS, so you don't have to go into Steam or use NVIDIA anymore. As you guys know, NVIDIA is playing up with Silica. I have to actually activate the Steam one. So now I can just use the game console instead, which is great. Server FPS. This is good. This is good. This will actually tell you what the server's running at. So if you've got any issues with building and such like that, or backup of the server, for example, like we had for the last 2 weeks where we were building units or trying to place buildings down and it was taking ages to do so, I reckon that's a server FPS issue. So you're able to just ping the server and it'll tell you what frames it's running at, and then that'll probably explain a lot more why things are going wrong. So that's always good to see as well. Join command to join. Oh, okay, the join command to join a server based on ID. Okay, so you can actually share server IDs. That's cool. Logging of network upload and download rates. Okay, that's good. We need logging because we need to see if anything goes wrong. It'll be easier for Dram to fix. Net rate and server next rate console commands to get the upload download rates. The hit effect to the Colossus Eye's weak point. Okay, we'll test that out on Sunday. We'll actually go and take control of Colossus, see what happens. Debug logging, including timestamps, is what we need for the okay, so they moved the Silica folder for debugging, but we'll also have I was gonna say HQ debugging then. Server debugging as well. Only HQ is a major structure now. Okay, so if you lose your HQ, it's GG's. Because major structures are the ones that count in the current game mode. So no longer do you have to kill everything. The HQ, if it goes down, or any of all of the HQs go down, that's it. It's a big GG's all around. The Colossus Eye's weak point is active only when shooting. Oh, okay. So the Colossus, if he's not opening fire, it won't be weak in the eye. So yeah, okay, cool. So the eye's weak point damage multiplier from 2.5 to 10. 10 times on a functional Colossus that's currently like trying to charge his beam. Rail tanks are gonna have an absolute blast. Rail tanks and any aircraft gonna be able to annihilate the Colossus quite easily, which is gonna put the Colossus at a very nice disadvantage. But the Colossus is a big boy anyway. Hunter, oh, this is not the one I like. I'm sad about this. Hunter health is reduced by 4,500 to 3,000. They nerfed my boy. My Hunter's gone. I'll still use him, but I'll be a lot squishier now. Yeah, I have noticed the blast will be nerfed. Well, maybe get nerfed. Hotfix for error executing dry group and wave data spamming console. Yeah. That was quite prevalent, and it was very randomized during the game. Long AI response time and strategy match restart as navigation data is reloaded and rebuilt. That's good because AI never used to be able to move for the first 3 minutes in dedicated servers. So I'm glad that's fixed. Hovered vehicles rotation used wrong access causing instability. Huh. I'm surprised I never picked up on that. Oh no, I did pick up on it. I just thought it was normal. When you'd like turn and it would like rock a little bit and stuff, like on a weird axis. Oh, okay. I thought it was just normal. Fair enough, it wasn't normal. It was actually a bug. All details correctly sent to the dedicated server commander. Cool. So I'd assume that means you can see like players inside of a server and whatnot as well inside of the actual server commander. If you guys don't know what the server commander is, in that video that we just watched, if you go back to Q2, no, sorry, not Q2, go back to pre-Q1, he actually brings up the server commander in what he's done for the last year. So that's that there as well. So that in regards is everything for today in regards to the roadmap and also today's update. So that is a double whammy video inside of this one. Like I said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. Also, guys, in chat, if you want to hit that like button as well, very much appreciated. This stream will be hidden because this video will be going live after the stream has concluded. Anyway, guys, I'm going to peace out here on the video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.